Emilia Perez, starring award-winning actresses Selena Gomez, Carla Sofia Gascon, and Zoe Saldaña, is currently streaming on Netflix and impressively has more Golden Globe nominations than the smash hit movie Wicked. Wicked earned a staggering $333 million at the box office, easily making it one of the year's biggest movies. In fact, Wicked is the only non-sequel in the top 10 movies of 2024. Emilia Perez cannot be a direct point of comparison in that sense, as the movie had a limited theatrical release before becoming available on Netflix on November 13, 2024. Despite that difference and backlash to Emilia Perez, the movie has clearly garnered significant attention, not only in terms of viewership but also in terms of award nominations. Whereas Wicked received 4 2025 Golden Globe nominations, Emilia Perez has 10. Emilia Perez is available on Netflix. What the movie is about. This musical thriller covers a number of heavy topics. Multiple stories are woven into Emilia Perez, although, notably, Emilia Perez is not based on a true story. The primary story is that of the titular lead, Emilia Perez, Carla Sofia Gascon, a trans woman who fakes her death, separating herself from her wife and 2 children as she undergoes social and medical transition. Prior to her transition, Emilia was high up in the Mexican cartel, a fact which begins to haunt her as she must confront her history of violence in her new life. Ultimately, Emilia begins a non-profit, helping to find and/or identify victims of the cartel. Emilia is also eventually reunited with her family, although she pretends to be an estranged cousin so that they do not recognize her. This story is effective, as neither her 2 children nor her former wife realize who she is, but this has disastrous consequences. Because she does not recognize her, Emilia's wife, Jessie, Selena Gomez, becomes alarmed by Emilia's behavior, particularly regarding their children, and makes drastic decisions that end in tragedy. In tandem with this story is the story of Zoe Saldaña's character, Rita, who is a lawyer initially hired by Emilia to help her find surgeons who will provide her with the gender-affirming care she is seeking. After Rita does so, the two part ways, but they have a chance encounter years later that throws their lives back together again. In fact, Rita plays a major role in Emilia's non-profit before the story takes a much darker turn in the Emilia Perez ending. Emilia Perez and Wicked are both huge 2024 movie musicals focusing on women. Womanhood is explored in unique ways in each movie. Ariana Grande as Galinda and Cynthia Erivo as Elphaba looking in the mirror during the popular sequence in Wicked. Although the stories behind Wicked and Emilia Perez are obviously quite different, both are major musicals, and there are a number of similar themes in the 2 films, particularly pertaining to identity and womanhood. In Wicked, the focus on womanhood is largely explored through female friendships, especially the friendship between Elphaba, Cynthia Erivo, and Galinda, Ariana Grande. The 2 women begin as enemies and polar opposites, but they find common ground with one another eventually. In terms of identity in Wicked, Elphaba is also ostracized and demonized, mainly because of her green skin but also because of her powers, which many seem to be afraid of. Wicked sees Elphaba grappling with how she truly feels about herself, in spite of all that has been said about her and what she knows are other people's perceptions of her. In Emilia Perez, womanhood and identity are also key. It's apparent from early on in Emilia Perez that Emilia is experiencing painful gender dysphoria, and, as she indicates herself, has for her whole life, but that she has never felt comfortable expressing who she truly is. It is for this reason that Emilia goes to such great lengths to hide the truth from her family and build a completely new life. There is also a theme of friendships between women in Emilia Perez, as Rita and Emilia become quite close in the movie, despite their rocky beginnings. Why Emilia Perez has more Golden Globe nominations than Wicked? These nominations come down to the number of eligible actors and songs. Emilia Perez, Carla Sofia Gascon, happy to reunite with Rita in Emilia Perez image via Netflix. Emilia Perez has 6 more Golden Globe nominations than Wicked in 2025, but much of that comes down to the eligible songs and actors each movie has. A major aspect of Wicked's limited nominations is the fact that Wicked was ineligible to be nominated for Best Original Song because the Wicked soundtrack did not include any original songs. They were all from the original Broadway musical. By contrast, the soundtrack for Emilia Perez is full of original songs.